Alright, I need to talk about Narcan. Most people know what Narcan does. It reverses opiates. Somebody's overdosing, you give them Narcan, they come back. Simple, right? What they don't tell you is what comes along with it. Extreme nausea, vomiting, like something out of a horror movie. And then, this is the part that nobody warns you about. What it does to your gut. Let's just say, things start moving fast and with purpose. This is one of those stories. Typical ambulance rolls in. Patient, though, is in police custody. Cops said they were serving a search warrant and found this guy passed out in the hallway, not responding. So they did what most cops do. They gave him Narcan. But probably a little bit more than necessary. Now here's something people don't always know. Narcan only works on opiates. Duh. Nothing else. So if it worked, and according to them, they said it clearly worked. Well, according to the police. But they said he popped up, and I can only imagine what that moment looked like. You can go from unconscious to wide awake in seconds. And now you're surrounded by cops, disoriented, doesn't even cover it. Because anything Narcan does, it either ruins your high or completely makes you confused. And you come out swinging. Well, this man did the latter. He came out swinging. So, EMS comes to us, kicking and screaming the whole way. And I'm standing there thinking, fantastic, just what we need tonight. We get him settled, or as settled as he's gonna get. And he just keeps screaming that his stomach hurts. Unconsolable, can't redirect him, just screaming that his stomach hurts. Over and over and over. Well, all this screaming, it attracts attention. So the doc comes in, does the assessment. Typical. Worse fluids, blood draw. And since he was found unresponsive, he needs a head CT as well. Just so nothing's missed. Stomach complaints, they'll get a CT too. Nothing's missed. Now, here's the other fun part. Because he got Narcan, obviously we can't give him any opiates for his pain. Now, obviously when it comes to other medical providers listening to this, that's debatable. But this man, he got Tylenol. I get it. This man is screaming like the walls are closing in, and we're giving him Tylenol. Well, for the next 20 minutes, he's unbelievably inconsolable, just screaming, continuing to say that his stomach hurts. That's all I got. And I tell him, just give the Tylenol some time, lying through my teeth. Although I do think Tylenol works. This is one of those cases. And so I get busy working on others, patients, other issues. And that's when I notice it. It's quiet. A word I do not say ever in the ER. My first thought, wow, the Tylenol worked? But I know better. Based on how he's reacting, the level of pain that I witnessed, there's no way. So I go and check on him. And he looks at me and goes, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened, but I do really have to pee. Okay, I said. I figured let's see if we can walk to the bathroom, assess his mobility at the same time. And so I go to move the blanket that's on him, just so that he doesn't trip and fall, just out of habit. But as I walk towards him, I see a massive bulge in between his legs. Now, I know how that sounds. Stay with me. This man stands up, and what drops out of his pants, I need you to understand. It looked like a horse came into the room and shit in this man's pants. I mean, massive. Literally what you see at the rodeo came out of this guy's pants. I don't even know how it's physically possible. And I start to remember all the screaming. And to be honest, I would probably be screaming too. That was the Narcan. Clearly not the Tylenol. The Narcan. She's a cruel mistress, and she'll get you. But he looked at me, I looked at him. There were generally no words from that moment. I've seen a lot in the ER. A lot. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared me for that. Some shifts you go home laugh, and then sometimes you go home and cry. Yeah, or less crying. Some shifts you just go home, stare at the wall for a little while processing. Yeah, this was a stare at the wall shift. Well, I'm your host, and this was Pulse Checks. Share with anybody who needs a laugh, other nurses or nursing staff, healthcare staff. Send me your stories. I'd love to hear them. Post them on here, and just let everyone else know what we go through. You know, it's fun and all. Anyway, stay safe out there. Never turn your back on the exit or the crazy patient. Have a good night.